completely empty. This, as we have a housing crisis in Canada, especially.
I love that. I love that solution. I love everything you said, because if you really read the subtext of what you said, what you're saying is the carbon tax might still be in place, but we just use the rebates instead of giving it back to people. We just use the rebates for converting office space into residential, which I am a complete fan of. I love it. Let's do that. Now, I'll tell you why I like that plan very briefly, because that's not the point. But I'll also tell you why it's impossible to implement in the current economic and political climate. All right. Now, just rewinding background here. I've worked from home since 2014. All right. Well before it was cool, I was doing it. I love it. Also, I live in the downtown core. I can live anywhere in the world, but I live in the downtown core just because it's convenient. I don't drive, like I take a bike to the grocery store. I live the whole lifestyle, AJ. So yeah, what you're suggesting touches, hits home, is close to my heart. But you're going to run into some issues if you try to convince the rest of the world to get on board with my lifestyle. First of all, the business community isn't convinced that working from home is a good idea. In fact, even the tech firms are saying get back to the office. I don't know why Google would need to do this. Like, anyone being a software engineer can be done from anywhere. We've seen it happen for 4 years, but they want them back. They just think it's for productivity or something. And also the private equity firms, they want people back to the office because they want to keep collecting rent so that their asset prices don't go down. So the commercial reality is those commercial landlords are going to go bankrupt if they don't quickly turn around and do something with the assets. And converting office into residential is, from what I've heard in the industry, 1, very difficult, 2, very expensive, and 3, very time consuming. It takes years to do, right? They don't have years. Their debt is coming due this year. They have to do something in the next few months, or their assets are going to be like seized by the banks. So their quickest solution is to send people back to the office, which, as you can see, capitalism at work, not giving a shit about the climate. However, we have interesting company in this zone. Justin Trudeau, the Liberal government, has promised $600 million towards conversion of office into residential. Right? So they've promised the money. It takes time to come in. It takes time to be enacted. But you see that they agree with the solution. So the point that you're trying to make of the federal government just being completely incompetent can't be true if they actually agree with you. In fact, there are many policies related to climate that Justin Trudeau and Doug Ford, your favorite, agree on. Nuclear being one of them, EV subsidies being another. So if they have the same policies as us, how are they incompetent? Like, they're doing the same idea you said and I said, and we all agree is a good idea. So is this drama teacher a buffoon, or is he actually not that bad? Can you admit that he's kind of okay? Because this isn't being suggested by Pierre Poilievre at all. You want to know what Pierre might be more interested in once he does get in, because a lot of his base would be a fan of? It's this word over here, this conspiracy theory that the government's trying to force you into 15-minute cities. You said that in your video as well. You said you should be able to walk to places. You should be able to get to anything you need close by. That's a 15-minute city. And they hate it. They hate it with such passion that they will vote out anyone who suggests it, which is why you're not going to see work from home and walkable communities, which I grew up in, I continue to live in, and that's why I live in the downtown core. I want the rest of the world to look like Europe, to look walkable. But these conspiracy theories means you just can't get it across. You can't get it across the hurdle, the ultimate hurdle of convincing the electorate that this is a good idea. They don't believe it's a good idea. So, good solution though, but not realistic.